Hello again, everyone, and welcome back at long last to the Expansion Pass Podcast Season 2.
Episode 1.
The podcast that's more exciting and more entertaining than the latest season of the top video game you feel indebted to keep playing because you bought the Season Pass and you're hoping you can get the feeling of getting your money's worth at some point. Well, this, of course, is free to your ears, for now. But then so is getting tinnitus or concussion. But nevertheless, to join me, streaming savant, a professional gamer, who with the great care she takes to never get injuries, wink wink.
Always.
Concussion she does not have. It's Mrs Wazo. It's AJ to you. It is a great Ashleigh Jane. Hello, AJ.
Hi. Thank you for having me, even though we're doing this together. But I always say that when I introduce you to my Twitch channel.
The co-host with the most.
Co-host with the most. Because it does feel like that's true. You come in, everybody loves you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't even got to put a comment that's like, today it's Wazo.
I know. It's like everybody just knows. But we're back. I've been wanting to get back into this for a while. We've had a bit of a break. But I've been going, let's do it. Let's get back to the podcast. And here we are. Thought we'd call it Season 2 because...
We took a long hiatus.
Yeah, we took a long break. And we wanted to go, let's just call it Season 2. Just to make it sound more fancy. Then we're back after so long with another episode. Season 2 makes it sound like we've actually thought about this and planned it.
Which we haven't at all. This is all entirely ad-lib.
Yes.
Let's extend the intro some more, because that's how
God.
good of a co-host I am.
Oh.
The great Ashleigh Jane, who as of this morning of this podcast recording,
Oh.
was newly sponsored by none other than the Prince's Trust in support for your photography business,
I know.
Ashleigh Jane Studios,
How beautiful is that?
in the UK.
Yes.
AJ, would you kindly insert the plugs to this? Because you've
So Facebook is Ashleigh Jane Studios. Instagram is that_photography_blog. Through both of them social medias, you can find a link to the portfolios. And that's kind of about it for my plug. Right. You know what we haven't done in a long time?
What's that?
A title for our episode. So, that's a bit shit. Sorry.
Is that a blank one?
It's just like ... It's like silence.
I don't get it.
The Legend of
So
Zelda.
I'm looking at here a piece of paper that she's pulled out that's got three dots. And The Last of Us 2. That's a quote. That's a
The
quote
Legend
from
of Zelda.
The Legend of Zelda.
It's basically Link. He doesn't talk.
Okay, right.
So it's
That
just...
needs some explaining.
Should we pick another one?
No, it's fine.
No?
We'll just call it the Silent Protagonist episode.
Hey, that's a good one. So, what have you been up to?
That was my plug now.
It's your plug now.
So on the music side, we've had some business there. That's good. Been on some UK TV as well as
Foreign TV.
Foreign TV over in Denmark. It wasn't even Denmark, was it?
I don't know.
Norway.
Possibly.
One of the Scandinavian brothers, anyway. I was up on the great Exploring Mars documentary with Brian
Cox.
I wanted to say it first because we're not allowed to swear on this.
You're allowed, but we've got to up the rating if you do.
So yeah, that's cool. That's the tunes are getting out there. The Nerve Media, Mike Bradley, you can find that on there. That's pretty much the only plug I care about. Awesome.
What about SoundCloud? You do put some of your stuff on there.
Mike Wazo Bradley on SoundCloud then.
There you go.
Every now and then I still do get messages from
Bots.
yeah, it's like startup record label companies.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, this tune's awesome. I was like, follow this for 3 plays and 500 likes. And it's like, I really don't give a shit, bro.
Yay.
At a video game front, all I've played is the greatest game in the world. It is Power Wash Simulator.
What a great game that is. I didn't think I'd be so like obsessed with it as I am. It's like whenever like I have time to myself, it's like Power Wash Simulator. I've got all these games. It's like power washing.
And I've got a bit of a background in simulator games. I did absolutely love Euro Truck Simulator.
As you do.
I like the games where I can just switch off, you know, and lose 4 hours, just like that. Which you've already done in Power Wash Simulator, haven't
I
you?
did.
I was like, why aren't you replying? And then you explain it.
It's like Power Wash got in the way. I did that.
In all seriousness, I've been putting more time into The Long Dark, which I picked up for the first time. It's been out for a few years now, hasn't it? Things like 2015, 2016.
Oh, I don't remember.
Something like that. I'm thoroughly enjoying that. I'm enjoying the challenge of it. Haven't played a game like that in a while. Last sort of thing I played similar to that was 7 Days to Die, which, interestingly enough, I've heard that the development team is coming back together. Not the original, but there's a new team coming together to work on the ports and do some updates for the console editions. Because basically, if you didn't know, AJ, there's a company that did 7 Days to Die. I believe they went bust.
Mm-hmm.
And then nothing else happened. And it's been years since the last update. And there's something else is coming.
Right.
So, cool.
But for me, in terms of what I've been up to, I've taught myself to crochet, weirdly enough. And I've been making everything from like granny squares to flowers to hermit crabs to even food. So like burgers and what else have I done? I've made you a full English breakfast with a coffee.
The plate's over there.
Yes. So it's like 2 sausages, 2 bacon, 2 eggs. It's a great little way to pass my time. And I'm enjoying it so much that I've become that obsessed that I have books everywhere. There's yarn everywhere.
You want a fucking Kindle now.
I've been looking into a Kindle because to save space on books, I can get a Kindle and buy books on there, so I don't take up space. In terms of games, I've been doing bits of everything because obviously, like streaming, I like to play games, interact with people and stuff. I've recently finished Road 96, which is a very lovely little game. A little bit political, but I think if you get past that, you fully like appreciate the game for what it is.
You're about as political as a 5-year-old choosing between red or blue.
Yeah. I'm not all into politics, and I'd rather keep out of that if I possibly could. What else? What else am I doing? I've got a list, yeah. Forza 5.
Well, there goes the immersion.
What do you mean immersion?
It's not scripted. It's totally ad-libbed.
It is.
I've got a list here.
Yeah, to remind myself of what games that like I've been doing, because I've been playing a lot recently. So it's just a reminder to me. So Forza 5, recent Hot Wheels
Broom, broom.
has come out, which is beautiful. Like it's a complete lovely thing. I remember that from Forza 3.
Right, now tell them why you hate it.
Oh my god. Okay, so me, I do these challenges, right? And I've been working my way up to be a Hot Wheels legend, because of course. But I've ended up upping the difficulty by 2, and I had to do all the races, and I restarted so many of them all the time. I quitted some, brought cars for it, and the challenge didn't even accept. I absolutely fed up with it. I had to turn it off. I spent 2 hours on that thing. 2 hours on this thing. for it to not even recognise that I did it. So yeah, been playing a lot of Fall Guys. For some stupidly mad reason, I'm enjoying the hell out of that, which is great. Oh, okay, sorry.
What for?
I don't know, I felt like I was in the way.
You didn't have to stop.
Fall Guys, that's a great game. You've started to like not like that, haven't you?
No, I
That's
don't know
not
if
like
I
your
ever did.
thing.
I don't like...
The stress.
Yeah, which is a bit stupid, because it's like, it's not a stressful game, is it? It's just a bit stupid fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like...
Something about it that just like stresses you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's just online games in general for me now. You know.
Except for Titanfall 2. What a beautiful game that was. Again, we've come full circle. Talking about it again. Mario Football. I don't know if it's actually called that, but Mario Football.
All Stars, Elite Stars, something like
Yeah, like All Stars or something. But we've I had that for my birthday. And what is like a fun little game that is.
that. That's a different kind of stress. That is very stressful, but
It's
just
very stressful.
non-stop fun.
Yeah.
Whereas Fall Guys is just like, I don't find it fun. I'm sorry.
I mean, every button has a use, which is confusing because we ended up having to write a list out so we could like remember what these buttons were, and it's really fun. A little bit stressful at times. Super fun though. But talking about that as well, they've just recently done a free update where Daisy and Shy Guy are like new free-to-play characters within the game.
Oh, some of the best part of that game is like the reactions.
Oh
Scoring
god,
goals and
yeah.
everything, especially Luigi.
Oh,
You can
Donkey Kong as
You
well.
could piss yourself laughing at them for a bit.
Oh, I love the Donkey Kong one because it's like whenever you score a goal, it's like he runs past, smiles, and just like sticks his thumb up. It gives you a thumbs up like halfway across the map. It's first time I saw that I cried because it was just glorious. It was beautiful.
And then Luigi's got a hell of a jig, which
Oh.
I want to try and mimic for like wedding first dance.
He's got like the best dance ever. Like how great is that? But in terms for us as like a co-op-y situation, we have recently started Sea of Thieves after like how long it's been out. We've finally touched upon Sea of Thieves, which can be stressful, but the way it looks, it's absolutely beautiful.
It's an exceedingly well-designed game.
Oh, it's so lovely.
I've never seen waves like it.
No.
Like water effects. I know it's like graphically it's really cartoony. But the water is just another level.
Yeah. So we've played a lot of games, clearly. And we see a lot of water, you know. It's like Red Dead, GTA. Like even Mario has like water levels. Name a few. Forza 5, you know. Everywhere has like water, but I haven't seen water as like perfectly modelled as what Sea of Thieves is.
It's literally all about how it moves, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the most realistic, believable, even in like cartoony looking form.
It doesn't look cartoony when you're out in the water on your ship. But we experienced our first Kraken
Yeah.
as well.
A complete accident.
Oh, how crazy was that? We didn't know what was happening. We just kind of like, I was gonna say drive, but we were on a boat.
Speedy handbrake.
We like sailed across this like section, right? And then it's like we ended up just stopping. I was like, why have we stopped? And next thing you know, this like tentacle just like rose up out of the water.
The sky
It's
went
like,
dark first, didn't it?
Yeah.
And the waves went black. It's like,
what is going on?
did I say it first as that? I think this might be a Kraken.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like, yeah. I saw one pop out of the water, and I was like, Ash, Kraken, Kraken, Kraken.
And it's
Kraken.
like you're trying to sail, but it's like you're not actually moving because it's like you're now in like a fight scene.
No, it's pausing into like a void that you can't escape.
Yeah.
until it either kills you or you kill it.
But it's like, we're still like low levels. But we defeated a Kraken. Like, how amazing did we feel afterwards?
It was like normal cannibals as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how impressive it was.
Look, let us have it, man.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I've seen some other streamer, YouTuber, he needed an entire fleet. He needed to get other players to agree to him. We're going to take on this Kraken. Please work with me. And I struggled to hell. I don't know if that was like a special legendary Kraken or something. I don't know.
Does it also depend on your ship type? Because we've only got like the lowest level ship.
Yeah.
Where there's only like, you can have 2 people and there's hardly anything on there. So do you think it depends on like your ship? If you've got like a bigger fleetish type ship, do you think it becomes a little bit tougher because the amount of ship?
The amount of ship.
The amount of ship.
It's like a ship salesman. If you're going to buy a ship, it's like, how much ship is this? How much ship we talking here, mate?
You got to buy it on the amount of ship.
But I didn't even know I like pirates that much. But
Sea of Thieves is beautiful.
You got me into liking pirates.
And what else did we see? So we just defeated a Kraken. We was heading back to port because it's like, right, we've got to
It was the same game. It was like 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
Something like that.
What was it?
A Megalodon.
A Megalodon. In the same game.
Was on our tail. We outran that one, but I wanted to take him on as well.
I know. But it was like, look, let's just go back, sell what we have, because if we don't defeat this, it could be bad.
So the only thing we've left to encounter is a skeleton crew, I believe.
A ghost skeleton crew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though we did kind of see sort of one yesterday. Like, what looked like a spawn point for it.
I don't know what that was.
It was something, though.
Okay. It was something.
It was something.
It couldn't have been nothing.
It was something.
It was definitely something.
Recently on Fallout 76. We have been doing a bit of that, haven't we? Because obviously, like, you went higher levels and I've been, like, playing it. But that thing, like, terrifies me. It's like, I can't play it unless you're there.
MMOs is more of a... I guess that's probably the only MMO I've actually properly played.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, RuneScape back in the day, but I never really gave it much of a go. But this is obviously a lot more relaxed and not as diverse as RuneScape or anything like that.
Yeah.
Is it Warhammer? Warcraft? Will League? Oh, I don't know.
World of Warcraft.
Some WoW, LOL, LMAO, Rafflecopter. I don't know.
World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it. Not Warhammer, because I like Warhammer.
But what I found surprising on Fallout is the amount of help and the assist you have. And obviously, like, when I started off, like, you was a much higher level than what I was. And obviously, you know, it's like, he helped give me, like, ammo, because I've been more swayed towards the gun systems instead of a melee, like on Fallout 4. So I've been doing a lot more, like, a gun system now with it instead. And you've obviously given me a lot of, like, ammo, and then assisting with, like, guns and, like, armor. But it's like the support you get from, like, other players who are up in, like, you know, like the 400s to 900s. It's like they're coming to you and you're like, oh God, are you gonna, like, please? And it's like they like go, oh, you know, like, come with me. And it's like they will build you, like, new weapons and new armor, and they'll help and assist you with giving you anything that they've got. And it's surprising on how supportive that community is.
Just as a general rule, though, next time you're out in your hometown and you see a person with a sheep squatch mask on going, follow me, come this way.
Probably don't do it.
Probably don't do it.
Don't do it. That's bad.
So you've had nicer interactions with the community than I have.
Yeah.
Because I've had people who's like do that when I first started, like level 3, level 4 or whatever. Follow me, come this way, and dropped a bag, and then it was nothing but rotten meat.
No.
And then he did the laughing emote.
Yeah.
Was that awesome?
So I'll tell you a story about this. I don't know if I've ever told you this. My very first time when it first come out, way back when I pre-ordered the big, like, Power Armor Helmet edition. So So I ended up going on, going, yeah, I'm going to try this. And this one guy, he was very supportive. He was very helpful. And he even tried to assist me in finding, like, power armor. Which I thought was really sweet, this guy was. You know, he was following me along. He was like, oh, come this way. He was like, I'll help you so you can get your power armor so you got that bit more armor. So he helped me a lot. And then I ended up finding these other two people who was like, oh, you know, it's like, we'll help you and all this stuff. And they ended up locking me in the toilet. And I ended up having to fast travel out of there because I locked it from the outside and you can't unlock it from the inside, and I couldn't get out.
That's their community.
Yeah, but I was very surprised
I mean, if you can do it in the game, there's nothing stopping people. It's like a Sea of Thieves. Like,
yeah.
There's some people that argue they want like a passive game mode where you can't be attacked, but at the same time, it's like the game is designed that way.
It's called Sea of Thieves for a reason. You're pirates.
PvP is supposed to happen.
Now, I was very surprised with the Sea of Thieves. That's actually everything you told me. Because I was like, oh, I'm trying Sea of Thieves. And you was like, watch out, because I've heard a lot of griefing.
And that's true. I did hear a lot of griefing. Like spawn killing. And I have had it only once, but I have had it. Where every time I come in, they kill me. Come back in, kill me. It's literally unplayable.
Yeah.
There's a thing on the what do you call it? The river sticks, whatever, when you die before you go back in.
Yes.
If you talk to the dude, I think you can say to him, put me somewhere else randomly on the map.
Ah.
So you don't keep respawning on your ship. Because obviously every time you do, they're there waiting for you. And they do it on purpose because they're twats.
Yeah. But it's like when I first went on, obviously I've never played this game before. I've got no idea what I'm doing. But there's these people on the docks and I was like, oh my god, it's like they're coming over, they're trying to like kill me, and I've got no idea what I'm doing. It's like they come over and they brought me crates of food and like supplies and everything, and I was like, this is like so sweet. It's like, you know, it's like after the stories and everything that you hear, it is very, to see something like that people are going, oh, you're like got nothing, you're like basic. With like obviously you can tell like your clothes and your ship style and everything. It's like, oh, you.
Oh, maybe not now. I don't think we get quite the amount of help now because of our flaunting.
Oh, so I didn't know this, but you can buy. I did know this, but you can buy stuff for your ship. But I didn't know where you went to change your ship, and so I went to sell a chest yesterday. I come back and our ship is now an Xbox ship. It's like bright green, glow in the dark, like
pimp the fuck out, bro. We are the talk of the sea.
I was like, yeah, keep the rest of it,
but see you some 100 miles away.
But the sail, maybe leave that, because I don't think that would kind of work well with our style.
That sounds to you. It's like, how come I haven't seen anyone else's ship with this skin? And it's like, there's probably a reason why.
There's definitely a reason why. But talking about our last like little co-op game that we've played is Portal. Now they had a companion edition come out on the Switch, and we ended up doing we've played it before, but it was our first time co-oping on there. It was a lot of fun, wasn't it? It's like a nostalgic feel, but it's like it feels new for us. Because it's like, we've done cart games, but we haven't done a cart game where we need to work together to solve a puzzle.
We probably have, but nothing's coming to mind, so carry on.
Yeah. But I can't think of one. But in a situation like that, it was good to see. We actually worked quite well. I crushed you a few times, but...
Not Unravel. It takes two.
Oh, it takes two. Oh, I still can't get over that elephant.
Was she called Ellie?
Yeah. That was depressing. I hated that. It was all you had.
Don't spoil it. Play It Takes Two. It's a wonderful game. Emotional, fun. I've never known a game that has that many different, what do you call it? Styles of play.
Yes.
Like from mini games to different versions of combat to different puzzle types. It had so much different things in it, but it didn't feel like a mess. It all felt coherent.
Yes.
Like some levels, you get given this item, each of us gets a different item that work in tandem together to get through obstacles and through challenges. But the next day they go to, you each have something completely different, but it never feels like... You feel like you get the right amount of time with each thing to learn it, to get used to it.
And it's like each thing works in symmetry with the other.
Yeah.
Which was nice. But
Fantastic,
in terms of that, it's like... Portal, for us, it was like... We did great on that, didn't we?
Yeah. There's some things that took us a while to be like, oh yeah, doofus.
We pissed about a lot, but we did great. Should we move on? I feel like we've been like talking about this for quite a while.
Yeah, our usual episodes is about half an hour. We've just done half an hour just left.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Right, news. You can tell how long we've been planning this because we was going to be talking about State of Play from PlayStation. That was I can't remember when, but you can tell how long we've been planning to do this for is since then. But obviously PlayStation had the State of Play, Xbox Bethesda did the showcase where they showed first look at Starfield, as well as the Pit that's coming to 76 in September.
Sure.
Yes. Yeah, because that's when they showed Hot Wheels for Forza, and it's now out. And then obviously Nintendo had their showcase as well. For other news, Minecraft are doing an update.
The bigger things that we give a shit about anyway.
Yes.
Although I will go into this further, we are getting some breaking news at the moment, which I'm keeping an eye on.
Breaking news?
To do with the next Grand Theft Auto installment.
Dun dun dun.
So I'll get to that after your bit here.
Right, so Minecraft has just done an update. Well, bringing an update out which features SpongeBob. So you can now live your wildest fantasies in Bikini Bottom with the crew. This is fun.
I'm very surprised Minecraft have only just done this.
I know. I'm very surprised.
They've gotten the rights for Disney stuff.
Fallout.
The Caribbean, Fallout.
Halo.
I was like, why is it still Nickelodeon? Do I still own it?
Yes. Nickelodeon still do own it.
I was like, how come they've only just gotten
the rights?
Well, it would have probably been about a year ago by now to make it and stuff. But...
Yeah, it's probably been in the works for a while. I think it's that whole, like, doing the work to it that it takes the longest. So I think they wanted, like, a fully ready, playable, finished city before going, it's us. Do you want to carry on games before we move on to that one?
SDCC.
San Diego Comic-Con.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Well, we're jumping into Rockstar here.
Yes, the Rockstar. Go.
So there's some bloke. Is he reputable? Let's go through this a sec. There is... Okay, I'm getting a name called Bloomberg. I don't know if that is a gentleman or not. But basically, everyone's talking about this at the moment. Rock, Paper, Shotgun, Kotaku. Give me at least one more so it makes sense, please. That's on Kotaku again. Anyway, I'm sure it's all over Twitter anyway.
It probably is.
Someone has gotten some information about GTA 6 from Rockstar. Rockstar have declined to comment on it.
Of course they will.
Some of the key points we're getting is that GTA 6 has been in the works since about 2014.
Yes.
I think I read. It is supposedly going to be set in Miami, which obviously means in the GTA universe we're used to right now means Vice City again.
Oh, wasn't that a cracking soundtrack though?
It was.
Sorry.
Probably won't be as good this time. Because if you remember, they couldn't have half the tracks on the remasters.
Yes.
Because those things run out and then they need to reapply for them, and then the record label could be like, we want 6 billion more.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Interrupt you.
It's okay. It didn't say anything about the time frame, so it could be a modern day Miami. Which is weird to think about. I can't picture Miami. This might just be because I'm British, and when I see Miami, I only ever see it in terms of like neon 80s.
Yes.
You know, that's the only time we ever see it. So it's weird to picture Miami not in the 80s without the flares and the big shirt colours.
Yes. And big bright t-shirts and shirts and
Scarface references.
rollerblades.
Mm-hmm.
Although that is actually making a big comeback.
The other main key point is that it will be the first female character to play as.
Okay.
Latina in race. Which actually isn't true. You could play as a female character in one of the other renditions. One of the smaller ones, one of the PSP ones, I believe. Technically.
The only one I remember, like a small time one, is like, is it Chinatown Wars or something?
Yeah.
I played that on DS actually.
That's why it's just a drug dealing simulator, that one is.
Yeah.
Probably couldn't release that today. Actually, there's literally a drug dealing simulator game on Steam, I believe.
Well, there you go.
Anyway. Female character, fictional version of Miami. And they're saying that they're expecting the jokes to be toned back in terms of what Rockstar has been doing for the past decade and more. The sex references, misogynistic dialogue, any jokes to do with transgender, all that's being stripped and expecting it to be a lot more PC. And as a result to these changes, to the company, people are going left, right and centre, moving companies and all that, because we don't know what's going on internally. Rockstar are very tight-lipped.
Yes.
The game is now planned to come out sometime before March 2024. This is not quoted by anyone. This is just what most of my news sources are all rehashing and copy and pasting at the moment. As I said, Rockstar have not commented on this at all. I thought, this to me not that big of a deal. It's obviously still quite a while away. Yes. Half of this is probably going to be not true anyway.
Yeah.
But a lot of people in the world do care about Grand Theft Auto. Right?
They do.
Because it is a massive game. It's not San Andreas to me, GTA 5. Nothing has ever outdone San Andreas.
You love your San Andreas.
And GTA 6 probably won't either, just in my opinion. It's just that feeling is gone for me. It's out the window.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're ever going to get that childhood feeling back, that nostalgia.
Yeah.
Which, you know, happens with a lot of things, not just games, films, TV shows. You yearn for that feeling that you used to have when you was younger, the first time you had it.
Yes.
And you're like, new one's coming out, and it's like, I don't feel like the way I used to. What is this?
Yeah.
And so it's no issue with the product itself. It's just you've gotten old and boring.
Oh.
and not relevant anymore, and you don't get the jokes.
That sounds mean.
Because you're not on TikTok.
Oh.
That is how I generally feel sometimes. It's like, you know,
Yeah.
not keeping up to date, but it's like half the stuff and jokes and references you're not getting anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I do get that. But I think in terms of like GTA, I think 3 will always hold like a special place in my heart, because it's the way I look at it is like that shaped what the industry is now. You know, in terms of like big open world. Am I hitting you?
No.
Okay. I was worried I was like swinging. I'm like hitting you. I was like in a swivel chair, by the way, for reference and context to what is going on.
And we're not essentially sharing the same chair. We have a very high-tech studio. We're actually 10 foot away from each other right now.
Yes. So yeah, 3 will always hold that special place. So it's like, I get what you mean by saying that nothing will ever come back to that feeling of playing these games for the very first time. Because it's just, there's always something about it, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why I'm terrified for Bully 2, if that is a thing.
Yeah.
And it's kind of made it for people over in the UK. I think it was just called that in most of Europe, I believe. Only America could be called Bully.
I did read something upon that the other week.
What?
About that and the name and like the origins and like...
The people in charge of that game censorship thing. But like, you can't call it bully. And then I just went Rockstar middle fingers. This is back when they had more edge and were cooler.
Yes.
Is that what they'll call it? Kind of made it was a reference to something.
Yeah.
That's why they called it that.
Don't ask me what it is. I don't know, because that was when I was doing something for a new segment.
But yeah, that's why I'm sort of dreading it somewhat. If it does ever come out or they work on it, it's just never going to be what the original one was to me.
Oh. Sorry, something fell off. So, in terms of news, San Diego Comic-Con
Weebs
has recently just happened, which, God, I want to go to one of them. If we ever get the chance to, I'd love to go to San Diego. They'll go to a big Comic-Con like that.
There's one in Miami.
Not probably. But the amount of stuff that gets like thrown in, it's just unreal. The panels and the talks, and it's like even like cosplay stuff. It's like I don't do cosplay, but I appreciate that work and how amazing they look. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Probably not.
I've seen Weeb stuff.
Weave. But something for me, because I don't know if you're a fan or not. The Walking Dead. No, like we love The Walking Dead, and I will happily sit and watch it. And I'm trying to get you into like, let's watch The Walking Dead, and you're like,
As I told you before, when people tell me, "Oh, you need to watch this, it's awesome," it's the last thing I want to do.
No, I'm not saying like we'll watch it. It's awesome. I'm just going, let's watch it together. You know, I mean, I will probably cry at some parts because that's just me.
Not yet.
I'm a very emotional person, but obviously, these next few episodes that are coming are like the final. It's all coming to an end. This whole show is coming to an end, which I don't want it to be sad.
No, you know it is.
I know it is. Somebody's gonna die. Everybody's gonna die.
Isn't this are these based off the comics? Do the comics come out first, then the show comes out? Is it the same story or not?
It is the same story. There's some bits that are different to it, but it is all based from the comic series.
So is the final comics already out?
I'm not sure. To be honest, I don't really keep up with the comics, but I do know they are based upon that.
You're not even a true weeb, are you?
No, I'm not. I could be, but I don't have enough money for that.
You can make your Comic-Con outfits out of toilet paper.
I could. I have been wanting to do like Finn from Adventure Time. I do want to do that. So I'm going off on a tangent here. The Walking Dead, right? So in one of the other, like they did like a spin-off show from The Walking Dead, which talks about like high developed zombies which have like memory stuff but more advanced to the point where it's like, you know, you've seen the zombies, they're just like mindless and they just want to eat, but these can actually open doors and like climb walls, and they actually have like a remembering function that they remember who killed them last, so then they'll like run after them and go for them.
Vengeful zombies.
Right? But they're coming to the main Walking Dead because one of the characters is like, I've heard stories about these like highly intelligent walkers that can open doors and climb walls and stuff, and it's like it's all coming together, but we still need to know more, because if this is like the final part, how is it tying in? But so one of the episodes, I shouldn't really spoil anything in case people haven't watched it, but
this is obviously means a lot to you, so go ahead.
Yes, but Rick Grimes, right? Grimy. So something happened to him and he got taken away, right? I'm not going to spoil it because I'm not technically, I'm spoiling it.
This main character, right? The main character, he got taken away. I'm not going to spoil it, but he's been kidnapped.
It hasn't been kidnapped. Something happened. He got taken away, right? He is presumed dead. Right. But
Right, so I don't need to watch this episode.
yes, you do. Because it all ties together in what's coming next. So, Michonne, right? She went off to find him because she's like, I know he's still alive. So she went off to find him, which means she's left these kids at home with these people babysitting their kids. And it's like, when are you coming back for your children, love? Like, come on. But still, not the point. So they're doing a 6-episode Rick and Michonne series, which ties everything together to like her finding Rick and then finally being like connected again, which could mean a connection to the more intelligent walkers.
Right.
Because the place where Rick has gone was the same place where this whole like advanced zombie thing happened. So it's all like connecting into one. But as well, they got another spin-off Walking Dead series. I'm talking too long, ain't I? I'm waffling too much. I'm sorry. It's too long for first episode.
It's what you want to do.
So they're doing a new, like, another spin-off thing. And it's like a Tales of the Walking Dead. See, I don't know if you've ever played the Telltale series.
Yeah, I did. I
Right.
finished. Yeah.
And they had
I
that.
cried at the end.
Yeah, I think everybody cried at the end.
Yeah.
But on one of them, they did like so many people's stories, right? But they're doing the exact same thing in The Walking Dead. And Terry Crews plays one of the characters. And when they was at San Diego, he had to like rip his top open and, you know.
I believe it's in his contract.
Yeah, I believe so too.
Every 6 days, you have to rip your shirt off.
Yes. So other than Walking Dead at San Diego, Marvel.
No. Let me comment on that.
Oh,
I just
okay.
blown past it.
I'm sorry.
Okay, you are. It's absolutely nothing wrong with this because you're obviously incredibly passionate about it. But you are such an utter mark for this series. It's like, oh my god, it's ending, and then you said there's a spin-off series on this, and there's a spin-off series on that.
This. There's also a
It's
spin-off with
nothing's
like,
ending.
Maggie and Negan, but the main story, yeah, I know. And then there's apparently something with Carol and Daryl, right? But Carol can't do it due to, well, the character, like her, like the actress, she can't do it.
Screw the gaming podcast, guys. We're going to start doing a Walking Dead podcast from now on. What are we going to call it? Walking Dead Fast?
Walking Dead Fast.
Walking with a limp?
We can't call it Talking Dead because there's already a show out there like that.
Yeah.
That is called that. But anywho, carry on. That's kind
You're such an utter mark.
of...
Now you're allowed to be a fan. That's great.
Okay.
But how can you say, like, oh, how can you be set that it's ending when they've got 4 of the
I
fucking
know.
seasons planned?
I know.
Nah,
But
it's
the main title, Walking Dead, is coming to an end.
There'll be a movie.
No,
this
'cause
is a main
It was
cash cow.
supposed to be a movie with Rick and Michonne, but it's not. They turned it into like a 6-episode series.
There's no more money in movies. Unless you're Marvel or Disney.
Yes. Yes. Speaking of Marvel, they've announced their end of Phase 4, Phase 5 and Phase 6 coming. I
So
know.
we're ending 3 phases in one go.
No,
So
it's
has phases ended yet?
no. So we're coming close to the end of Phase 4. Just throw me my phone, or your phone, or who's their phone, real quick. Ba, 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 ba,
While you're looking for that, in other entertainment news, any wrestling fans, if you can believe it or not, Vince McMahon has actually finally retired
Yes.
at 77, which is suspicious timings considering after all the allegations that came out against him a couple of weeks ago. Now he's decided to retire. So, yeah, think about that what you will.
Triple H just taken over, ain't he?
It's going to be that way, him and Stephanie.
It's Stephanie who's taking Vince's place, but Triple H is doing like...
I believe, was it John Laurinaitis as well? I think he's gone. He was one of the heads,
Yeah,
creatives.
yeah.
But there's some hope for where it's going to go for anyone who liked the Attitude Era and all that. Because there's rumours that they're going to be dropping the PG card.
Yes.
And it's going to be like 15 or something. Now.
Yes, so they're allowing like blood and like swearing and stuff back in there.
So the word wrestling might come back because I haven't used the word wrestlers or wrestling or title or championship title in about 6 years.
I didn't realise that.
Yeah, once Vince came out and said it's sports entertainment and World Wrestling Entertainment.
It all changed.
It all changed. They weren't allowed to say the word wrestler. They weren't allowed to say title championship. They all became superstars.
Right, I get you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it might go a bit more old school, which I'm looking forward to if that does happen.
I think I'll be looking forward to that as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's what you want, isn't it?
Because I have seen some of the NXT UK matches. Oh God. Is it like his persona was like a Russian dude, and he had Walter, whatever, who is now in WWE roster, I believe, over in the US. But he started in NXT UK. Him and one other dude back when he was still in NXT was one of the best matches I've ever seen in terms of this isn't a show. You can believe it, even as a fully grown adult. These people are fucking hitting each other with full force, and this is a proper match. That's how good they're working.
Yes.
If wrestling can turn back into that, Jesus, I'd be into it again.
Yeah.
As a kid,
I think a lot of people would be.
Yeah. Anyway, what we got here?
Marvel, right? So I can't remember what order these are coming in, but you got Secret Invasion, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which is rumoured to be their like final. So like after this one, it's like Guardians are done. Loki Season 2.
Which I was aware was the second one coming, just kind of forgot about it.
Yes. Blade. Echo.
Blade? That's in the Vampire Blade.
I'm not sure.
He wasn't, that was just a standalone thing, wasn't it? Or was that a comic book character? Wesley Snipes?
I don't remember. Echo, Ironheart, Agatha, Covenant of Chaos. Now, that was a good character in WandaVision.
She was a wonderful actor.
Yeah.
She did extremely well with that.
Yes. Captain America, New World Order.
I never cared about the Captain Americas.
She-Hulk.
Okay.
Right, now...
Who we got here? Do you recognise her?
Don't believe so. I'm not too sure though. So they brought the trailer out for this on the same day that they announced all this, and I watched it the other day. It's one of them that it's like we have to watch it either way because it all ties into a story. I don't like the CG. It's like you look at Hulk because the Hulk's in it, right? So you look at the Hulk. And, you look at how well they've done his CG with his character. But then you look at She-Hulk. And it's like... You can blatantly tell that it's CG. It's like, but you've just done CG with Hulk.
When's this supposed to be coming out? Could have just been like, an early
August.
trailer. Oh, it probably should be finished by then.
Yeah.
Probably should be finished by then.
Anyway, I'm not going to shit on it because I haven't watched it properly, like the show. It comes out next month. It's like I might be able to look past it if it's a good storyline because Wong's in it from every single Marvel show, film. It's now basically the Wongverse because that's what's going on. Daredevil, Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, Avengers: Secret Wars. That's Welcome Me to the Multiverse saga. Black Panther. There was something else. Oh, I already said Daredevil. Shh. Yeah, so apparently the Avengers film are going to be phase 6 So I think this phase that we're on, I believe, what was it? When was you coming out?
Me?
No, not you. So, Black Panther, that's coming out the 11th of the 11th this year. So I can't believe, I don't remember, I think this was the end of phase 4. For that, for like Black Panther's ending phase 4. And then it's obviously the whole like phase 5. But then phase 6 is the 2 Avengers films.
Right.
So I believe all this right now is leading up to introduce new Avengers and new heroes to fight in these Avengers films.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like the idea of just how far in advance they've done these scripts and things. Because a lot can change politically,
Yes.
demographically, what's okay in the world, what's not okay. You know, it's you got to sort of leave yourself open to we might have a change of heart in 12 months down the line, and we've got this film coming out in 7 years that
Yeah.
we've already done, script wise anyway. Planned actors for roles could freaking die by then.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They've obviously got this all planned out in their Marvel heads.
Yes.
So it'll come out the way they wanted to.
I'm excited to see what the new stories tell us.
It's very fucking. I will say this though. If you're not a Marvel fan already, future generations and well, not generations, but any future individual that wants to get into this is boned.
Oh God,
And
yeah.
they're going to be turned off completely because everyone who says, "Oh, you need to watch this," but before you watch that, you got to watch these 3, and then you got to watch these 2 series.
Yes.
You need to subscribe to that and pay for that monthly to watch them. You're just not going to want to bother.
No.
I think doing this, making them all connected, and all that for this such a longer period of time, and what they're planning to link them all together, they've now made their target audience smaller. by
Yeah.
doing this.
I think it's helpful, like, say, like, us and our generation, because it's like, with all this coming out, it's like we're watching it at the time it's happening. So it's like we don't need to go back and be like, what is this story? Because we're living through it.
Sweetheart, though, I was liking Marvel's a little bit darker take with Moon Knight.
Yes.
It's not usually their forte. DC's usually better at that. But yeah,
I have been enjoying that series.
Yeah. I like me a bit of violence and stuff. You know?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that the Avengers is violent and all that. Someone dies every now and then, but it is still essentially for kids.
Yeah.
Whereas Moon Knight, it's a bit more. This dude's a mercenary assassin, and a lot of people die. And, it's just different from Marvel.
It is, yeah. But it's also touching upon like a medical condition as well. It was at the start, but now it kind of like comes into play what exactly is happening. So I think that's good. I feel like we should move on. I feel like we've been at this for ages.
That's cool. There's been a lot to talk about. We haven't done this in well over a year now.
I know. It's beautiful to come back to. So
It's just waffling.
we come up with a new segment called Trivia Time.
Yeah, man.
Are we going to stick with Trivia Time?
Sure.
All right, then. Trivia Time. So I beautifully found and written out a whole bunch of... How many was it? Over 50?
Trivial Hot Pursuit, we'll call it.
There's like over 50 of these questions. Like some with multiple choice and others just straight up you gotta answer. So what we're planning is I pick one, you pick one.
And read it out for the other person.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we can do that every week or so. Trivia time. So, would you like to reach in?
The old shuffle couple. It's in a cute little panda bag.
I know.
I've got one.
Okay. And I've got one.
Seems like a few words here.
I hope so.
Oh, that's just it's quite an easy one, this bollocks. Are we keeping score or what?
Okay, we can do. I will make a tally at the back of this book for trivia time. Trivia time. Okay, so M and A. Go.
Your question is, Nigel,
Oh.
you're going to have 5 seconds on the clock.
5 seconds.
Yeah, if you don't get it, you lose a point.
Oh my god.
It's a very easy one, this one. Which dragon shout in Skyrim translates as force, balance, push?
Fusroda.
Yeah.
Aha. Okay, is that a point to me?
That's a point to you.
That's a point to me. Okay. Early models of which console were played by a hardware fault commonly referred to as the Red Ring of Death?
The Xbox 360.
It was indeed. That
Never
is.
experienced one, but I had a lot of friends in
Oh
high
god,
school
we
who-
experienced one. It was a horrible moment. What a great thing. Trivia time.
Should we do one more?
You want to do one more?
I'll do one more.
Okay then. You feel like that was too easy for
That's
us?
too easy for you. Yeah.
Okay. That was our warm-up question, shall we say.
Yeah.
Do I get the little bit of ASMR in?
Not too much, you're blowing the mic out. So.
Sorry.
Okay, I genuinely wouldn't have known this one. Multiple choice, I believe.
Okay.
What virtual currency does Nightfall use? F-Bucks, M-Bucks, T-Bucks, or V-Bucks?
V-Bucks.
You are correct.
Hey, that is a point to me.
I would not have known that.
Well, weirdly enough, we're talking about that, is that I actually recently played Fortnite. My very first time. And I won 3 times.
Yeah.
I've never played it in my life.
No one tell her that it's easier when you first start.
Hey.
No, I was genuinely impressed and like gobsmacked that you got on like three King Victory Royales in a row.
I know.
So
It
fucking
was
stupid.
beautiful. Okay, so your question. What is the name of the world where the Legend of Zelda is set?
Hyrule.
You are correct. Hey! Okay. How amazing was that? Okay, so 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
2 for 2. So now I feel like we're ending things. We're coming to a close. I feel like it's good for you because I think you're getting a little bit tired, aren't you?
No, it's just a wooden stool on my ass, man. It's,
Oh,
just,
okay. Well,
it's sweating as well.
very
I wear a
nice.
stool rash.
Ooh, attractive.
Which means
So-
a whole other completely different thing in, no, anyway, come on.
So we have our famous little tub
The red one.
because it is that time. Fun fact of the week.
Do.
Do do do. I don't actually remember if that was the jingle or not.
close enough.
It's close enough. So I'll go for this one. Just like a big one. That's what she said. Oh, I've got to
Oh, it
read.
is a big one. Can you read?
Yes.
I'll start
Oh
reading.
God. Oh God, it's a rude one. I did have to say I did have to say that, didn't I? Oh. There are 2 pornographic parody movies of Mario called Super Hornio Brothers.
Yeah, there is.
And Super. How do you know that?
Mario.
Oh God.
Mario.
And Super Hornio Brothers 2.
Mario.
Nintendo actually owns the right to these movies.
Making them law.
They brought the right to make sure the movies would never be released again.
No, they bought the rights, they own it, it's therefore law.
Oh my God.
It's canon.
Oh my God. I did just have to pick that one, didn't I? Okay. Episode 1 is done.
And that was the Walking with Dinosaurs podcast.
Walking with dinosaurs.
Walking with dead dinosaurs.
How great was Jurassic World?
Yeah, it's great.
Anyway, we're going
Did you
off.
enjoy Turkey Dinosaurs today, by the way?
Oh, I did.
The Jurassic World version.
I did. That's absolutely beautiful. Great. We're finished. We're done.
That's the show.
It's been such a pleasure. I've loved doing this.
there'll obviously be more to talk about in GTA 6
Oh, yeah.
next time, because people whose job it is like to actually find out the news, not ours, will do a much better job at it.
Hopefully.
Thank you very much, co-host with the most.
Thank you very much. I forgot his talk then. I was like, yes.
Yeah, we don't do podcasts often.
No.
Yeah.
Same time next week?
Same time next week.
Awesome. See you later, alligator.
Ciao for now. Bye-bye.
Bye.